Alright, we are back with another D&D movie time. And we're getting closer and closer to November's end, which means it's almost Christmas time. Not Christmas yet. Anyways, tonight's movie, we've already watched this. We've already seen Shrek.
Not Shrek the Musical.
And for some reason, I have, in all fairness, I have seen this before. And for some reason, I don't know why, this movie is something that always makes me think of Christmas time or winter. I have no clue why. I think that's because when I saw it, I had watched it for the very first time in December. So that might be the reason why. But yeah, we are watching Shrek the Musical tonight. This will be Cora's first time. She has seen little snippets and she's heard bits of songs from it. I don't know if she's actually saw the songs the whole way through or not, or in the right order. So this will be Cora's very first time, but she should know. What is Shrek about, Cora? Come on, we just watched it like earlier this year. We watched all the movies, didn't we?
Last year, actually 2 years ago.
No, I'm pretty sure it was this year. Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
At best, it was near the end of last year. But I'm pretty sure it was this year.
I was 7.
I'm pretty sure it was this year. Well, I don't know. But we just watched it recently. We watched all 4 of the movies because Cora, she doesn't like it when I talk a certain way. You know, I don't even have to change the tone of my voice. It's just, I gotta change how I talk a little. Delivery of words. Like, speak a little slower. Hold a little more vowels here and there. But really, it is just my voice. So, I guess if they ever make a Shrek 3 the musical, I should apply for that, huh? Or Shrek 4. I think it was when he came in.
3.
No, it was 4.
Why don't you?
Shrek 4 Ever After, I think was the name of that one with Rumple.
I thought that was 3.
No, Shrek the Third was the one with Merlin and Arthur and the return of Prince Charming. The second one was with the Fairy Godmother. The first one was with Farquaad.
Which got eaten by a dragon.
Yep. You think he'll get eaten by a dragon this time? Now, do you know what a Broadway musical is?
A remake of something but in real life on stage in a musical.
Yeah, it's a musical, but it's going to be on a stage. So they won't have... It's not going to look just like the movie. It's going to look like people in costumes and stuff like that. It's not going to have graphics from the movie.
Basically, if Shrek was in real life and in a musical way.
Yep. So, alright, let's go ahead and get our seats. We'll see you after the show.
Bye, I'm going to put my 3D glasses on and watch the theater.
It's not that kind of theater.
I know.
Bye.
The story you know. The characters you love. The magic you can't resist.
You were expecting Prince Charming?
Direct from Broadway, Shrek the Musical has critics everywhere falling all over themselves.
Your breath will certainly get the job done. And I saw her face.
Shrek will make your heart dance. Enormous fun. Shrek truly comes alive. Extremely lovable with an extraordinary cast. Shrek is a big fat hit.
And where would a brave knight be without his noble steed?
All right, she think I'm a Steve.
Alright, so we just finished Shrek the Musical. So, Cora, tell us what this movie is about. Again.
It's basically about Shrek. Shrek and his parents abandoned him. Because I guess when Ogres are 7, they get abandoned and have to learn how to do life on their own. I don't know. I don't know how Ogre life works, but we go ahead, get the opening, and then we jump into the actual movie. We get the other opening, kind of the opening opening that's supposed to be in Shrek 1. We go ahead, get a musical song, and then when Shrek leaves, a knight and a bunch of fairy tale creatures come, we get another song, and then Shrek comes back. I'm surprised it didn't add a line, or my ears were working that time. But he didn't, but I'm surprised it didn't make him say, "What are you doing in my swamp?"
I believe that's the first thing he says, but continue.
And then he goes ahead, walks through the woods. We get Donka being chased by a bunch of knights. Donkey somehow is fast enough to run by Shrek with him noticing, but fast that the knights don't catch up. And
Well, it's a
then
stage
Shrek
play.
scares the knights, and then we get the other song from Donka, which is very annoying. Donka!
You didn't like the donkey songs?
What? I do like the donkey songs. They're funny. They were funny.
That one was annoying.
They're fun. I have no idea what I just said.
Okay, so anyways, what is Shrek doing? What is Shrek's mission at this point?
To get his swamp back.
Okay, so when he gets to the castle to see who?
Lord Farquaad. Da da da!
Then Shrek and Donkey, they talk to Lord Farquaad, and what does he basically say?
You have to find a certain princess named Fiona for me and bring her to me because there's a ginormous castle just on the very top, and there's a dragon guard and there's a bridge with lava underneath, and I'm so cowardly I'm not gonna go there with my fellow knights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shrek and Donkey are off to rescue the princess, and do they succeed?
Kind of, but they do not slay the dragon.
No.
I guess sometimes to actually manage to complete a fairy tale, you have to ruin it.
Maybe it's on his to-do list.
It is on his to-do list.
So, after they save the princess, then what?
They go ahead, get a little fight, and then next day, go ahead, Fernando has to run that way except Force. And, of course, like in the actual movie, she goes ahead, starts seeing a higher and then higher pitch that a board is copying, and that board will most likely explode, and it did.
Yeah.
Did.
Is that just like the original?
Yeah.
So do they make it back to Lord Farquaad?
Yeah, kind of after like a other day.
Yeah.
And then Donkey doesn't say the whole secret, but he just says, "She was talking about somebody else, not you." And then they go ahead and get transported there by the dragon, of course, because if they took this foot, they won't get there in time. Well, probably most likely take a day. They'll already be married.
Yeah.
And then Lord Farquaad, instead of being eaten like in the actual movie, and thank God they didn't make that happen, or else they just set him on fire, which is more brutal. What I'd rather be eaten by a dragon than being set on fire by a dragon.
Yeah. Anything else?
You go ahead and get a song at the end, which normally is at the end of the normal movie of Shrek. And also the gingerbread man was just really a puppet.
Yeah.
Because when I saw him the second or third time, I realized that the girl holding the plate that the gingerbread man was on, there was probably a hole for the hand to actually control the puppet, or the puppet was really just a robot.
No.
And now I'm not talking about Fiona. I'm literally talking about the gingerbread man.
Yeah. Alright, so do they get their happily ever after?
Yes, of course they do. It's literally a fairy tale movie.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if there's bloopers because
No, there's no bloopers.
Not cricket.
This isn't like a movie. This is a musical movie.
I know.
So are you going to think of Christmas and winter every time you see this now? This version?
Nope, only Nightmare Before Christmas.
Because like I said, I don't know why, but for some reason, this musical and several others, I always get the sense of like winter time and Christmas when I watch these kinds of things. I don't know why. It's just maybe because that's, like I said, usually the first time I watched them is in the winter. First time I watched them was close to Christmas. Especially like this and Sweeney Todd.
So that's December? Because December then is close to Christmas.
No, right now it's November. But we're going to have way too much in December. Oh, way too much in December to go through to actually be doing anything else. We got Christmas movies. We're going to be starting a fantasy series that you're going to like.
Not even I know what we're going to watch on Christmas. Like, we probably watch it the whole entire Christmas bin.
No, we still got at least half. But I might be cutting back on actual Christmas movies. We might be watching some stuff that came out around Christmas time. Like this year, surprise reveal. Throughout December, we will be doing reviews for the Hobbit trilogy. Because all the Hobbit movies came out around Christmas time. So it'll be like Mondays, we are going to do a Christmas D&D review. And then Friday will be a Hobbit review. Until we've completed all 3 Hobbit movies. And all 3 Hobbit movies are the extended versions. So we're going to have popcorn and drinks and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be sitting back relaxing. And we're going to try to do it early because of the fact that each of those movies is over 3 hours long.
What?
So that's like 9 hours altogether.
What did you say? What did you say?
I said each movie is 3 hours or more long for the Hobbits. Ugh.
We're not watching them now.
Nope.
Hobbit, 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 Hobbit.
Yep. Each of these is really long, and then maybe next year we'll watch The Lord of the Rings, which will continue on this franchise. I'm not saying this year, I'm saying next year. So this year is Hobbit, next year is Lord of the Rings.
I wasn't doing it.
I saw you shake your head no. And I think you're going to like Lord of the Rings more. Because it has more Gollum and Smeagol in it than this franchise has.
I want more comedy. Give me
That's
comedy.
in Lord of the Rings.
Comedy!
But anyways, we're not talking about Lord of the Rings, we're talking about Shrek. Alright, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll give our final score.
Bye.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of Guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Alright, Cora. Starting with you, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate Shrek the Musical?
9 out of 10. I mean, it was pretty okay, but it kind of mixed up some lines. It put lines where I wasn't supposed to be, and some actions where I wasn't supposed to be. It basically put stuff before that was supposed to go after, and after that's supposed to be in the before.
Yeah?
So like they kind of switcheroo, but sometimes it did delete the after, but it turned into the before. So now the after is the before. So yeah.
But they added stuff that wasn't in the original. Like they showed younger Fiona's and how long she waited. They talked a little bit about her time in the tower, which always kind of confused me. Like, how did she eat? How did she get stuff? Did the dragon just bring her food and stuff, or what?
Well, if she had to be locked away in the tower in the highest room, that would probably so the dragon couldn't get her. Unless ogres are friends of dragons now. I don't know.
No, but I think the dragon was just like the keeper. I don't know. They never really mention that. They don't mention like how she ate and all that stuff. This kind of touched on it a little bit, but not exactly explain it. But
did the fairy godmother the witch bring out food?
Don't know. We did get to see a special cameo from a future character that wasn't in the original. Prepare for mercy.
Prince Charming?
No. From Puss.
In Boots!
Yeah.
Yeah, but we only got to see like a one time.
Well, yeah, it was just like a little special thing.
Is during the first Donkey song? Now, if someone wants me to say Donkey, you can let me say like Shrek. Donkey!
So, alright, Cora, did you have a favorite character in Shrek the Musical?
Shrek.
Shrek.
And Donkey. Especially Donkey. Funny.
How well did they convert the cartoon versions to live action in the stage?
Like I said, they made some mistakes, like put lines in
No, I'm not talking about lines. I'm talking about the actual characters.
I know. Let me finish my sentence. I did like it. Even though I did say they did put lines and actions where they weren't supposed to be, but other from that, they did do pretty good.
Did Shrek make you think of the cartoon Shrek, or?
Yeah. Like, I was picturing in my head if this really, like, had the HD of the real Shrek, like, the look of the cartoon Shrek.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite song from this movie?
I would say Fiona's song.
Which one?
The first one,
Oh, the Morning Person one? Or the Through the Years one?
Yeah, that one, that's literally the first song I got from Fiona.
Okay. Well, that's several Fionas. It's not one Fiona. The one Fiona is later when she's singing about Morning Person. The several Fionas is like Through the Years.
It's literally three Fionas. Kid Fiona, Teenager Fiona, and Grown Up Fiona. We mostly see Grown Up Fiona.
Yep. Was there any parts you didn't like? Any songs that you just didn't like? I'm guessing that's a no. Alright. Well then, moving on to my score, since Cora, as far as I know, is done. I give this a 7 out of 10. When compared to the original, I would still probably take the original. I do like to check out Shrek the Musical once in a while, and I like to listen to some of the songs. One of the songs that really does not age well is that Freak Flag song. If you know anything about where I stand currently on the world and all the stuff going on today, I just feel like that does not age very well. I also didn't like a lot of the gay undertones they gave several characters. Like, okay, with Pinocchio, that's one thing, because it was always hinted at in the cartoons, which I felt was a little underneated.
Yeah,
Or
wait, what?
over.
Yeah, wait, what? Pinocchio's that?
What?
Never mind.
But I didn't care for that really in the cartoon very much. And they do that to a lot of characters in here. The way they talk, the way they sound. It's very ridiculous. But if you put that aside, I mean, still an enjoyable movie. It's still an enjoyable time. Like I said, the only song that really gets under my skin is the Freak Flag song. And that's, like I said, because it doesn't age well with current day politics and stuff going on.
What happened in New York? We don't live in New York, we live in Texas, not in New York.
But the point is, Cora, that's a message. It's a message to kids. And I don't think kids should be exposed to that kind of messaging.
Yeah, because when I was watching this, I was also thinking in my head, yeah, this...
But we're not going to get into...
It's for kids, but it's not for kids.
But we're not going to get into politics.
I have no idea what you mean, but okay.
But anyways, no, I mean, it's just, as a parent, that's how I feel. I probably didn't care as much back when this first came out, because it wasn't a huge focus. But unfortunately, that's how the world has made it. So now anything that comes off that way really brings down something. And I just feel like that one song really didn't age. So, but the rest of the music I enjoyed. It's fine. There's some things that I am curious, like, I mean, I get it when they record it. They probably had the ability to stop, change out actors. I don't know if it was necessarily in front of a live audience when they recorded this, or if it was specifically an audience that knew, like, okay, we need to change actors. Because I feel like in a Broadway play, when Fiona is changed on stage, they make it go dark for literally a second. And I feel like in a Broadway play, they probably had a very similar actress dressed as Shrek Fiona, or Ogre Fiona, ready to put on stage. They put her up on stage just long enough to get the actual actress playing Fiona into an ogre outfit and dressed up, and then they somehow swapped them on stage. But in a recording, it's like they probably just stopped, had everybody halt, changed Fiona, and then resumed right where they left off. You know, so I don't know. It would be interesting to learn what they did, but that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this D&D review. So, all right. With that said, we will see you all in the next video.